Today, a local World War II veteran received a very special honor. The city leases this land to whoever's willing to put in the time and the effort. And we found out today that people are growing more than just fresh produce. In the middle of all these promises of saving lots of money and longer hours and even longer lines, there's something missing. Something retailers here in Marion say they're happy to provide. 7 years ago, the Cedar River crested at more than 31 feet. Today's plan is to make sure this city never sees this water get that high again. The Boys and Girls Clubs of Cedar Rapids are sort of just inviting people out to see what it is they do. All this week, the public is encouraged to stop by one of the facilities and check them out.
Sure.
Short answer, guys, no and yes. So, the folks in Shellsburg say the old rusty jail was a mysterious piece of history.
Beautiful? Absolutely, and it'll sound beautiful in there.
Yeah, great acoustics.
Yes, absolutely. Thanks so much, Joy.
And not just because of that warm weather Terry is talking about, but a lot of the shows that are happening along the river. Welcome back to our live coverage here on Fox 28. Woo! That's a preview of what's to come.
I was going to say, it hasn't started yet.
Not yet. The city has finalized its flood control master plan. The cost? Be about $600 million. Right now in Des Moines, Iowa lawmakers are still hammering out the details of a ban that would make it illegal for teens in the state to tan. The Gentlemen of the Road tour is a moment this town has waited for months. CBS News reporter Steffi Lee is live in downtown Gravely to show us how this small town is dealing with a big crowd. Steffi.
After a winter without heat, mold problems, and even bugs, one woman says she needs some relief. CBS 2 News reporter Joy Howe live in Iowa City tonight to tell us why she and other residents just might get it. Joy.
Well, Tiffany, Dolphin Lake Point Enclave is not actually a lower income housing development. In fact, the woman that you're going to meet says she pays about $700 a month in rent here. After you see her apartment, you might ask, why is she paying that? Well, the city has some answers for her tonight.
Is total discrimination. Total.
Minerva Marrero is proud of her Puerto Rican heritage. She speaks Spanish, but as an American citizen is learning English, and she loves America. It's why she came to Iowa City and found a convenient apartment across the street from her work. But as she sits in her home with her friend interpreting, she tells us this is not the American dream she imagined.
Llegó a Estados Unidos.
She said she gets very frustrated because she is a citizen of the United States and she has rights just as everybody else.
She tells us Dolphin Lake Point Enclave looked beautiful in the brochure, but when she got the keys to her apartment,
It's very nasty.
And when she cooks cockroaches,
It's black water.
black water comes out from her ceiling.
it did not look like the pictures.
Fui a vivir
She started writing things down. She started keeping track of things. She said according to her lease, it's not what is portrayed on the lease.
She says apartment managers told her repeatedly it was tough to understand her concerns because of the language barrier. Neither manager was available to speak to us, but we were told that they welcome and in fact encourage non-native speakers to live here.
It's not good.
Minerva has Lysol and bleach everywhere. She's done her best to set up pictures and knickknacks and make this her home. After not having heat during the Iowa winter, she reached out to the city.
We've had a lot of dealings with this apartment complex over the years.
The city says they found out there was a reason managers weren't taking care of things in a timely manner.
They went into foreclosure. The note was purchased by the company that is taking it over.
The city says a new company is going to take over the property on Tuesday, and they believe it is a good thing for residents.
We're cautiously optimistic. The last time that people came in, we were cautiously optimistic, and it didn't go as well as we had hoped. We look at the portfolio of properties that this company has, and they seem to know what they're doing. I believe they will start seeing changes in the next week.
Minerva says she still has faith her American dream could be repaired.
The rights of people and what needs to be done needs to change.
Now she too will be cautiously optimistic and wait to see what happens. Now you might ask after watching this story, well, why not move? Well, the city told us that actually with her documentation, Minerva could have probably broken her lease, but Minerva says she didn't know that. She said she was afraid she'd have to pay, again, that language barrier. We also want to point out we spoke with the Housing Authority today. They say their problems with this complex go back to 2012. They too are optimistic about the new management taking over on Tuesday and hope these residents can finally have their homes feel like home. Live in Iowa City, Joy Howe, CBS 2 News, live at 5.
Let's hope so. Thanks so much, Joy. Police say Mitch Hafferbaker shot and killed his wife Sherry before turning the gun on himself. Along with his wife, police say Mitch also killed their family dog. But there was one family member in that house that night that was not killed. CBS 2 News reporter Joy Howe here now with more on what happened to him since this tragedy.
So much grief came from this situation, but there is a beautiful silver lining to this story. In fact, someone who lost his entire family is now the source of healing for his extended one. Prairie Hill Elementary is a school full of laughter. Students are friendly. Teachers have fun.
This is your comeback now.
But the heart in these halls
He's sitting with some students right now.
seems to be a classmate who can't laugh or play card games, but can do a lot more. A dog named Primos.
The kids really see Primos as a friend.
Primos is a therapy dog.
When he lays down next to a child, he's laying with that child, laying against that child.
Sometimes he pauses just to be a dog. But Primos has a story that makes him much more. He was raised by and lived with his handler, Sherry.
She touched a lot of people's lives.
She brought him to school every day, where she'd worked as the head custodian for 15 years.
The thing about it is that Sherry went above and beyond what a lot of people would do. She would take time out of her day. She would go and read to kids because that was important to her.
During her breaks, she didn't stop. She sat with Primos and the kids and read.
Then Annie stood up.
And when her story ended too soon, Primos kept her spot on the floor with the kids and their books.
One of the things the day we found out, one of the requests of the teachers was we wanted Primos, and he brought instant comfort. It's that love that was passed on from Sherry to Primos and passed right on to us. Great comfort.
Yeah. Every time I see Primos, I think about her, and I think a lot of people do.
Therapy dog was just his title. Now, it's his role. Just like the school, Primos lost someone too.
We've done everything we can for the dog and to take care of him, because he's been taking care of us.
I think she's watching us all right now. We're just giving him extra love, and he's giving us love right back.
And so the healing goes both ways, thanks to a wet nose that's helped dry tears, and 4 paws for double the support.
Go home now. It's where you belong.
Thanks to a dog who knows exactly where he needs to be. And the principal says that the dog, in case you're wondering, is now with another district employee, and he's so grateful because that district employee brings that dog to their school every day so the kids and the staff can have him there.
Nothing like the unconditional love of a dog is there for all of us.
Nothing.
Fantastic. Thanks so much, Joy.